Good morning, Eagles. I'm Avery.
And I'm Ella.
Today we are here with Mr. Frank Brogan. Welcome, and thank you for being here today.
Mr. Brogan, can you please tell us your job title and what your job is?
Sure. My name is Frank Brogan, and I am the Assistant Secretary of Elementary and Secondary Education for the United States Department of Education.
Wow, what made you want to become the Assistant Secretary for Elementary and Secondary Education?
I missed a meeting. No, that's not true at all. I've had 40 years in and around education. I actually started as a fifth grade teacher, by the way, in Florida. And then I was an assistant principal, I was a middle school principal, superintendent of schools for a school system in Florida. Then I went to Tallahassee, which is the state capital of Florida, for the first time as the Commissioner of Education for all of preschool through 12th grade. And that's a big state, about 3.5 million school students in Florida. It's a very large state. I did that for a number of years, and then I stayed in Tallahassee as Florida's Lieutenant Governor. I was elected in 1994 first with Jeb Bush. We were elected as a team. That's how you do it in Florida, as a ticket. Stayed after we were re-elected, and then into the second term, stepped down to go back to Southeast Florida to become the president of Florida Atlantic University. That's a university where I actually received my master's degree in education administration and supervision. And I did that for 7 years. Back to Tallahassee as the chancellor of the Florida University System, all 12 public universities in Florida. Did that for 5, and then went to Pennsylvania as the chancellor of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education, and just finished 4 years, and that's where I was when I got the call asking if I would come to Washington, D.C. To be the Assistant Secretary for Elementary and Secondary Education. Sounds like a guy who can't hold up, doesn't it, when you really stop to think about it, but I've been very, very lucky in all of the jobs that I've ever had. But as you can see, they've all been in and around education that I love the most, and the best part of my job as the Assistant Secretary is to do exactly what I'm doing here today, which is to get out into the country and to visit our schools around the United States. It's the best part of all.
Have you ever been to the White House or met the President?
I have a house. As a matter of fact, I go there quite a bit, and I have had occasion to meet the president once in a while. Yes.
Now this is our last question. Do you have any Africans who would like to work in education?
Yes. First of all, if you think about it, that means you might want to do it. You'll never have a better job in your entire life. I love every minute of every job I've ever had in and around education. I do not regret 1 minute of any of them. There is something wonderful about being a classroom teacher and looking young people in the eye and know you're making a positive difference in their life. There's a job like I have, which is to know the work that I do with the President, with the United States Congress, and with people out across the nation. And there are 50 million school students in the United States of America. But whatever, somehow maybe I'm contributing just a little bit to each of their education and the opportunity for them to grow up and not just dream about, but actually live their share of human.
Thank you for being here today. We have really enjoyed having you.
Thank you so much for having me. By the way, I didn't mention, where is the boss out there? There he is. Sorry, the lights have got me. We have a Florida Atlantic University graduate you all might know who is kind enough to be here with us today this evening. And he actually graduated from Florida Atlantic University while I was president of Atlantic University. And you know why I remember him so well?
Why?
Because he snored during the commencement speech graduation ceremony, and I had to wake him up so he could come back and get his diploma, right? But how proud we are of him, and how proud we are of all of you for what you're doing here. Keep up the great work, and know that your reputation preceded you, and that's the reason I came all the way down from Washington, D.C. to see literally if you were as good as everybody said you were. Well done.
Thank you.
You bet. Good job. Way to make it.
Would you stand and let these girls get next to you?
Yes,
here?
sir. Sure.
Yeah,
You
come
bet.
in.
Come
Yeah,
on in.
Don't get in there close. Yeah.
Come on in.
Yeah, teacher be fine. Yeah, that's great. Come here.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Do you want us to turn the lights off?
How'd you do over there,
Come on,
okay?
come on.
You got it?
All 5, yeah. This will
Sure.
work out fine, okay?
Remember to push
Let me
on,
get-
didn't you?
There you go.